Good afternoon, YouTubers. Mike Juby with Mossy Jaw Custom Baits here. I'm going to show you how I tie a hair jig today. Today I'm tying a 1/2 ounce Do-It Molds football jig. Got a 5/0 Do-It Molds hook straight from Barlow's Tackle. The jig color I'm going to be tying today is BuckTail and black and a little bit of purple. I have tied a couple already, black and blue. Hopefully you can see that. I do not have the weed guards in yet. Got a black and gold head. Let's see if I can get that focused in here. There we go. A little black and gold glitter head. The reason I don't put the hook guard in yet is because I'm tying my bucktail. I don't want to have to tie around it. So we'll get started here. And I do this in essentially 4 sections: the throat, side, back, and then the other side. I do not have whiskers on my football jigs. And by whiskers, finesse type looking baits where the rubber flares out over the top of the head. I've tried that with bucktail, and I get more snags than I do anything. I already have my thread down. I'm using 210 today, black, since I'm using a black head. And I'm just going to thread it down to the collar. Wrap it several times here. And when I say collar, my pointer here, I'm wrapping it from the throat to the skirt collar. If I used a regular rubber skirt, that's where I would wrap it to. I'm going to turn my vise a little bit, get it on the side, come back with my second strand, so to speak, of black. Again, I just let this lay on the hook, and then as I wrap, it'll spread out. And lay accordingly. Now I'm going to come back here and lay the top, or actually the back side of the jig, a little purple. You say, well, Mike, these are some winter colors. We're coming into spring here. We are. However, here in Oklahoma, we are getting ready to get hammered with some cold rain, 50-degree days. The fish, I think, have started to move up. And I believe I've got a tournament this next weekend, but I believe they're going to become somewhat lethargic. And to me, cold water and a hair jig, wintertime, late winter, early spring, I believe that hair jig just has a little bit better chance at garnering a few more bites. I may be wrong. My partner and I didn't do very well in our last tournament on Lake 10 Killer, Oklahoma. By the way, shout out to Bob Fair. Had a bad boat accident that day. It was very foggy that morning, and had a bad boat accident. I understand he's doing very well. And I understand all that's going to be taken care of, so that's a good deal. And my last part here. And I try to make my last and final round of thread, get it as even and as neat as I can. Without any fuzzies. And I don't know if fuzzies is a word. It's a word in my book today. Now I'm going to whip finish again 8 or 9 times, kind of just by looks. And I'll go around one more time. Whoops, about 10 times there. Give that a good yank. Secure the whip finish. And put a good amount of super glue on this just to hold the half hitches from the whip finishing. Let gravity take effect, let it absorb into that thread. And there we go. Little black and purple hair jig. Thanks, YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that follow button. Give me some comments, good, bad, or ugly. It doesn't matter to me. You guys have a great afternoon.